is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here. Dude, I was just watching ESPN while eating dinner, and it always gets to me on how almost all of the arguments that they have on debate shows is always down to who has that cold-blooded killer in them, or who has that Mamba mentality, or who has that clutch gene. And I'm just like, man, dude, if that's the case, don't let Coach Recon be on ESPN. Don't let Coach Recon pull up to FS1. Because I tell you what, dog, there ain't no one in the history of anything that has the killer will, the cold-blooded killer, the Mamba mentality of that old boy from the East Blue. That boy from the East Blue with the straw hat, my guy has the King's mentality, bro. You want to know why? Because he's from the best-selling manga in history, dog. Nearly the second best-selling comic of all time. You know who doesn't have the cold-blooded killer in him that Luffy has, dog? Bruce Wayne. You know who else doesn't have it? Clark Kent. And that's why they finna take an L to One Piece. Dog, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, and I'm ready. I am ready for the day where we can come on here and say the best-selling manga and comic of all time. By the time I finish doing YouTube, it will happen. It will happen, bro. It might even happen after Wano. Who knows? Who knows how insane this arc's about to get. But man, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, bro. And weekend, because I don't know if I'm going to be able to do any more videos this weekend. But if I'm not able to do any more videos this weekend, everybody has a blessed weekend, man. I'll make sure to see y'all next week to talk about some awesome sauce and other fields and whatnot. I'm pretty sure One Piece is going to be going on break after this chapter. Oda hasn't taken a break since chapter 954. So I'm going to assume this week is going to be a break. But we'll see what happens there. Without further ado, man, let's get right into it. Chapter 958. Chapter 958, The Promised Port. Yo, that just tells me that we're going back to Wano, man. Because the Promised Port, isn't that the port they were talking about in chapter, whenever we finished Act 2 in 955? Right? Let me see. Here we see Capone and Chiffon doing the shocked face. Gang, we just owe my family. So your sisters? Lola was just in Dressrosa a few days ago. Lola was just in Dressrosa? What was Lola doing in Dressrosa? Yo, what about if Lola actually does end up getting with some of the members of the Straw Hat Alliance, and we end up seeing Lola later on down the line? Like, if it's not in Onigashima, then somewhere in like later parts of One Piece, whenever the Alliance become a relevant part, yo, seeing Lola and having that entire plot coming in from Thriller Bark into there, it would probably make sense if she does come into Onigashima, just based on how much Wano and that the entire plot line connects back to Thriller Bark. But you never know, man. You never know. So let's push right here. Sailing on the calm sea, not long before the start of the Great Pirate... Not long before the start of the Great Pirate... Hold on, bro. Hold on. No. No. Is this the Oden flashback? Is this the Oden flashback? No way. Not long before the start of the Great Pirate Era. Bro, is that the Oro Jackson? I am glad I joined you, Roger. It's Oden. It's gonna be Oden. I'm glad I joined you, Roger. Bro, look at Roger. 10 out of 10 chapter. 50 out of 10 chapter. Where's my Santa hat, dog? Where's my Santa? Roger signing in his prime? Roger in his prime? Are you kidding me, dude? What's with all the sentimental crap, you softy? We're the ones who should be grateful. Oden, let's go, man. You've had too much booze, Roger. You need to learn some restraint. Dog, I can't believe this, bro. Yo, we're finally getting the Oden flashback. And I kept telling y'all for weeks and months, we get this Oden flashback. Yes, I can't wait to see Oden's side of the story. Yes, I can't wait to see what happened in chapter 920 where we weren't filled in that information. But above all of that, I just wanted to see Roger and Rayleigh in their prime doing their thing, bro. This is Michael Jeffrey Jordan, dog. Like, dude, I'm telling you something. When they introduce Roger's bounty In the anime, they're gonna be just like this, man. They're gonna be like Tony Schiavone on Wednesday night on Wednesday Night Dynamite, man, on TNT every Wednesday at 8 o'clock. But yo, man, I'm telling you, Tony Schiavone or Jim Ross or you can hire me, man. Coach Recon will be in there, bro. And when they announced Roger's bounty on Toei One Piece episode 1050 at the pace that's going in the anime, and they're gonna be like, oh man, here we go. He's known as the King of the Pirates. He's the father of the legendary Gold D Ace, husband of Portgas D Rouge, who in of herself is out here creating miracles. Ladies and gentlemen, from North Carolina, at guard, 6'6", Gold D Rosa. Are you kidding me, bro? That's the GOAT. This series would not exist if it was not for this legendary individual, bro. Roger, bro. Like last week, I thought it was over just seeing his character, seeing his bounty, seeing him alongside Garp. Bro, Roger, bro. You've had too much booze, Roger. I need to learn some restraint. We have Crocus with him. Shut up, I don't need to hear that from the biggest drunk on this ship. And Roger's going back and looking, yo, man, really? Shanks, bro. And Buggy. Let's go, man. Want me to lend a hand, Oden? I'll help too, Oden. And I love how we're not seeing Oden, so we're seeing everything like through his eyes, through his perspective. The Oro Jackson through Oden's eyes, man. You just get in the way, you idiot. Let me help instead, Oden's son. Rayleigh, Red Taro, Boogie Jito. Red Taro? Who is Red Taro? Dibbly Taro, first son, and Jiro, second son. Rayleigh, Red Taro. Oh, Red Taro is Shanks. Why did that come to mind? Red Taro, Shanks, Buggy Jito, which is, of course, is Buggy. So Shanks is the first son, and then Buggy is the second son. That's actually really cool. I appreciate it, but this is an internal matter for the Kozuki clan. How many times do I have to tell you to stop calling me Jiro? Hey, man, yo, Jiro's a nasty name. For my Toriko fans out there, for my fellow Toriko tards, we know that Jiro's a nasty name. I never understood why Wano had to close its borders to the outside world. Yo, look at him, bro. The silhouette of the legend himself, Kozuki Oden. Seeking to become shogun after thoughtlessly abandoning my homeland. May be selfish of me, but I will definitely make what I have envisioned a reality, bro. Listen to that one more time. Seeking to become shogun after thoughtlessly abandoning my homeland may be selfish of me, but I will definitely make what I have envisioned a reality, man. I am certain that with the aid of my reliable retainers, I will be able to open Wano's borders. My boy is cutting a promo on Roger's ship. Like, dog, how are the individuals here not being knocked out by this? Like, how are we not seeing dudes drop one by one? Like, bro, with Oden's hockey, Rayleigh's hockey, Shanks' hockey, Roger. Bro, where's my jersey at, dog? Where's my jersey? I don't even care, bro. Yo, we gotta pull it out, man. We gotta pull it out. It's a Roger chapter, bro. I gotta pull it out. It's gonna get hot as flagnards in this room, but I'll do it for One Piece. I'll do it for One Piece, dog. I'll do it for... Look at him, bro. You see what that says back there? You see what it says? That junk says Roger! Let's get it, baby. I am certain with the aid of my reliable retainers, I'll be able to open Wano's borders, which will oversee the fruition of this 20-year-old dream. And we see the silhouette of Oden with all of the characters in the Oro Jackson raising up a kanpai, man. I'm shaking, bro. Like, Roger's sightings in the anime or in the manga are always stuff that I reread and rewatch, especially with the OSTs that accompany them in the anime, man. They always nail those portions. So I wish that the Logetown filler that they had was actually canon, because they were so nice. But when you accompany that with Oden, this legendary character I've been wanting to know so much about, I mean, it's because of Oden that so many pieces are in place. It's because of Oden that this entire story in Wano is taking place. You know, apparently Luffy is the one that's carrying Oden's will. Excuse me. That's made apparent through what Hyogoro has been seeing within Luffy. And Flagnars, man, this is what I've been waiting for. I'm expecting a Nolan Calgara level flashback, man. You can do it, Oden. I will, Roger. And so, 25 years have passed. Oh, damn it! Don't do this to me, Oda, bro. You can't just give me Roger. You can't give me Prime Rayleigh. You can't give me young Red Taro Shanks with Oden on the Oro Jackson. And I mean, and RIP to the Oro Jackson website. But dog, the will of that website and of the ship lives on through the series, bro. Flagnards, man. Yeah, I was ready for an entire chapter on shenanigans with Roger. What we just saw, I'd take a whole chapter. Whole chapter of Roger bickering with Crocus, hopefully bickering with Rayleigh, and come on, bro. 25 years has passed since that day. Is this a fire festival? It looks like they're banging on something. They're playing Donkey Kong. You remember that Donkey Kong game from the GameCube? Ding, ding, ding. Yo, that Donkey Kong game from the GameCube was nasty, man. You can't tell me it wasn't. If you didn't play that game, growing up, my cousin got it for Christmas one year, and we were just banging. I felt like we were, I mean, I know it was back then, but looking at it now, we were like these individuals from Wano, just hitting them congos, you feel me? Wano Country Act. I don't get a break. I don't get a break, man. I don't get a break. Well, Laz, add this to my contract. You better up my salary, guy. Here we go. Wano. Wano Country Act 3, and the curtains open. And we see Komurasaki going absolutely intellectual. We see another individual playing a flute like he's just... We move to Hakumai, Port Habu. And here we see it go directly into the port that was indicated in the beginning of the chapter with the title. And we see a double page spread, and we see Orochi right here. And it looks like some of the retainers from the... I always call them the Hatsuri clan, because I'm so used to flipping Gintama. From the Oniwabanshu. The weather is splendid today. This must be a good omen from the gods. Haha! And we see it looks like Orochi's just looking into a camera. Like there's a camera in front of his face. He's like, "Yeah, man. You know we're here live. We're about to head out to the fire festival, man. Yo, shout me out, dog. We're on Instagram." Like, come on, Orochi, bro. You're out here. You're the Shogun. You don't even know about this type of stuff. Relax with the selfies, my guy. This man's out here playing Kingdom Hearts 3. You know, Kingdom Hearts 3. They had the selfie feature. This man Orochi's been playing Kingdom Hearts 3. What a perfect day for a banquet. Lord Orochi deserves it. Kyoshiro will be looking after the capital in our absence, let everyone know. Yes, sir. How unlucky for him. He cannot participate in the banquet now. This is the largest port in Wano. It is surrounded by huge seawalls and lined with beautiful maple trees. My God, this looks incredible. Bro, this one panel in of itself is... Wow. This looks like it's on some Assassin's Creed Odyssey stuff, bro. I mean, you see the port coming out, and then like on the side you have this wonderful and incredible atmosphere. You see the leaves flying through, and like in the back of my mind I'm hearing with Komurasaki. Yo, that's wild. This is a really, really, really beautiful panel. It really sets up quite a beautiful atmosphere. You know, and I understand that we're following Orochi, and Orochi's a detestable bastard, but this send-off right here is definitely worthy of an individual with the name Shogun. Man, I'll tell you what, this is incredible. We have like an entire fleet, and the main ship looks really, really nice as well. But it's the leaves that are in front of it, and the entire background behind it just looks gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Please have a safe journey. Take care. Bright red leaves dance in the wind, bidding farewell to the ships. Bring the booze. Let us make a toast to the maple trees. Lord Orochi, you should wait until we meet with Lord Kaido. There is no need. He has probably started drinking himself. A banquet for 40,000. Damn. 40K, dog. This year is sure to be a delight like always. Once a year at Onigashima, the two supreme leaders who rule over Wano meet face to face and hold a huge banquet for their armies. And here we see them, bro. Look at them. Right here. You see the ship heading and taking off from Hakumai. And you see it slowly but surely. And right in front of them is this menacing place, dude. Onigashima. Meanwhile, at the flower capital, drink and sing to your heart's content. Today's the capital's fire festival. Today's the one day we're allowed alcohol. Bring all your drinks with you. Come and buy some candy apples. Come on, hurry now, it is starting. Wait, my hair's not staying in place. Hey, sometimes it'd be like that, man. It'd be like that. Let's dance. And here we have, they even have the NL type of drums. You know, when the NL drums, they had that one. I don't remember exactly what it's called in Japanese, but it's that same thing that NL, except NL had 3 of them. And some showering gun stuff. And he would just boom, 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 and tap on. This is what I'm talking about. These things right here. I forgot what these drums were called. But it looks like they have similar ones, except they have 2. So it's just 2 right here, and that's how they're hitting the congos. Let's dance. What clear skies. Seems like we will be able to see a beautiful full moon tonight. In Wano, the seasons can vary vastly depending on the region, and the weather is no exception. This means that the climate can be extremely unpredictable. And this is something that we were expecting to see whenever we entered the Grand Line. You know, not only the seas, which are very unpredictable, but places in themselves that have very unpredictable climates. It's something that we all expected, especially after we entered the New World. In the New World, we were told that the waters and or the islands we were going to see this more frequently. And it looks like we're definitely going to see this here in Wano, which is expected, considering how many different sides of Wano we've seen, with like a snowy side, one as hot as Flagnards. It was like a regular Florida day, especially during the wintertime. In the wintertime, the reason why we get so sick down here in Florida, dog, is because you'll have one individual, or you have one part of the day that's like 40 degrees, and then at nighttime it's 90. And we're like, brother, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? It looks like Wano is suffering the very same thing. But this is a gorgeous panel right here. Showcasing all of them dancing together. You can already tell that whenever this gets animated, there's going to be wonderful music playing in the background. This just seems like an episode that's going to have fantastic production quality behind it in the anime, but I truly appreciate it. This looks really, really nice. Wano Country Udon, and we get to actually see it from the outside as you're heading off from Port Tokage. Oh, Port Tokage isn't that where the... Wait a minute. Weren't they supposed to exit from there? Because I know they're coming from Port Tokage, but I know that they just came up from Hakumai. Wasn't Orochi supposed to apprehend them? At least in my mind. Or maybe he doesn't care. You know, if I had somebody like Kaido as well, I probably wouldn't care. But yeah, Kaido will take care of them. Whenever we get over there, Kaido will take care of the Straw Hats and their entire Oden shebang with the 9 scabbards. It was like, hey, cool. You know, whatever. Maybe that's how Oden feels, but it's just weird to me. Like, at the rendezvous point for the final battle. Oh, this is what it is. At the rendezvous point for the final battle. So we're about to see that. Yo, holy sweet mother of Flagnars, bro. Look at that sea. You remember the first chapter when we entered the New World? Back whenever we saw like all those massive whales, so we called it like the 100 Laboons chapter. Whenever we first entered and we went up and we got to see Punk Hazard for the first time from the outside and the New World. That's what this reminds me of, man. I mean, the sea looks devastating, but it looks super cool as well because it has that Wano type of aesthetic to it. And you just have this wonderful panel of the 9 scabbards, bro. It's just right out right there. That's a wallpaper-worthy image right here, man. Who is this one right here in the samurai armor? Right here on the right. You see that character? He's in like in some samurai type of getup from like the Dynasty Warriors games. The one in the middle, I mean, I know it's Kinemon, but the one in the middle is rocking some Gintoki stuff. He kind of looks like Gintoki whenever Gintoki puts on the straw hat. So it looks like, Kinemon, this is impossible. We should change the date, Kinemon. Nothing's impossible. Whenever you have been... Bro, come on, dog. Come on now. You're talking to the wrong man. Kinemon has been on this journey for 20 years. There is no storm, no sickness, nothing that is stopping this from becoming a reality. Do you know how many people and or how many things have been taken out and or shifted and or killed and or just imbalanced just for this to take place? For this one moment, for this one event to happen? Kinemon is carrying the burdens of generations on his back. And of course those burdens will be shifted to Luffy and to Momonosuke, but Kinemon was trusted and the rest of the scabbards with this plan to carry it out no matter the cost. You think a storm is going to scare them, man? Not at all. Not a single ship in sight. So that damn cat didn't make it in time. Nekomamushi. We were definitely able to secure Udon. Is the person in that samurai outfit, Kiku? It appears to be the case. Just based on the shape of the eyes. And the fact that no one else I should have, whatever. I was like, man, what I should have questioned first is who is the one missing that could be in the samurai outfit? It's Kiku. None of the soldiers were recruited from the prisoner mine are here either. Where are our 4,000 soldiers then? This port looks like it may have been attacked. Attacked? The smell has not rung, and we cannot contact anyone. At twilight on the day of the fire festival at Porto Kage, this is the promised port. So why is no one here? Where did they all go? Oh, God, man. I know something had to have gone awry whenever we saw Orochi leaving in such a festive mood from Wano. Because knowing in the manner that we saw him at the end of Act 2, I was like, yo, he's probably going to have some sort of plan ready for them. Is that what happened here? It has only been one day. What happened here? Dang, bro, there's massive destruction all over the place. They're carrying something? Heave ho, heave ho. Luffy Dono, where are you? Hyogoro Dono, please respond. Musketeers? Law Dono? Jibunemon? Anyone, we are the retainers of Kozuki Oden. After 20 long years, we have come to avenge our master. We were supposed to have been burnt to ashes, but we still came. But we cannot do this all alone. Our enemy has over 40,000 troops. We need your assistance. Please, I beg. That is enough, Kinemon. You have all of them crying, man. Look at the sky and see in front of us. Even the heavens have turned their backs on us. No one will come. Something must have happened to them. There is no other explanation. There's a small boat here, though. It looks usable. One Piece is on break next week. I see it right there. What are you doing, Inorashi? Stop this foolishness at once. So, are they planning on just grabbing the boat and saying screw it and leaving from there? Onigashima, what exactly did Orochi scheme up? Last night, an incident occurred. And you have this man, Orochi, surrounded by what appears to be impelled down wardens surrounding him. An incident occurred. Dog, 14 I was like, man, why in the world did that end so quick? Because I saw the One Piece is on break thing, but I was like, maybe it'll end next page. So it appears that Inorashi is going to be grabbing this boat to make his way, because, like I said before, man, in their hearts, this is a mission they have to carry out no matter the cost, no matter if nobody else shows up, no matter what happens, they have to make it there. But what I'm surprised about is the manner in which Oda decided to tell this portion of the story. Because I guess, I should have assumed that Orochi and or Kaido was going to attempt some sort of thing, because they're not stupid. They knew that on the day of Fire Festival they were probably going to get invaded. And so with that being said, especially with the leaked information that was coming out of the possibilities of a traitor, I was assuming, or at least in the back of my mind, I guess I had it to where, okay, they're just going to get to Wano, the Nine Scabbards are going to get there first, and then the Straw Hats will follow after, going with the plan that they're doing and whatnot. And then we're going to go on some stealth mission, go up in somewhere, and we'll see what happens. But after the end of Act 2, I should have probably changed the way that I thought, because I guess it just didn't connect in my mind with all of the other stuff that happened in that chapter, just what Orochi was actually going to do after finding out that information. And it looks like Orochi did something, but I want to know what it is that he did, because if there was an incident that took place and we see a whole bunch of boats and or barrels and all that stuff all over the place, meaning there had to be some sort of explosion or something took place that is going to prevent the Strats and the rest of the Alliance from getting there, right? So with that being said, that thing that must have happened couldn't have been that they were defeated by this overwhelming foe. It had to have been something that was tactically done in order for them to not be able to get from point A to point B, because Orochi does not have people strong enough to take on that part of the alliance. Only Kaido has individuals on that level, and even them would have a tough time dealing with all of those individuals, unless Kaido or like King, Big Mom, you know, the big top tiers to deal with all of them. Or I don't know how strong the numbers are, but I'm going to assume that not even they would, at least like one of them, wouldn't be able to stand a chance against all of the members of the alliance. So it had to have been something that Orochi did himself to stop them just from getting from point A to point B. Now, what that is, I'm not sure. It could be something as simple as an explosion going off in the Tokage port that is going to prevent them from going off into the distance. It could be very well that the ship that they originally wanted to go on was casted off, like the rope was broken on it, and so it was sent off into the distance. But I'm unsure, man. I'm unsure because we have no clues. They have no clues. Let me see something real quick. Let me go all the way back to the... Okay, so here, we see Onigashima, and we see all the waves around them. And a single ship in sight, so that damn can make it in time we were able to secure Oden. The smell is not wrong, and we cannot contact anyone on Thailand, Dan, Fire Festival, Portugal. This is the promised port. So why is no one here? Where did they all go? It's only been one day. What happened here? And we see the destruction around the port. They're carrying something. Heave ho, Luffy Dono, where are you? Hyogoro Dono, please respond. Anyone, we are the retainers of Gozuki Oden. After 20 long years, we have come to avenge our master. We were supposed to have been burnt to ashes, but we still came. And we have the goat right here with Kawamatsu. But we cannot do this alone. Our enemy has over 40,000 troops. We need your assistance. And you can just feel the emotion on this panel with Kinemon crying out because, you know, he's out here risking his life, and he's out here risking the lives of people that he loves because he wants to do this mission for Oden, like I said, for his master, for their master. And he needs their help. He needs their assistance. And yet there's no one here. No one has shown up. I mean, there's no other explanation than that. Kanjuro is definitely on there. That something must have happened to them. There is no other explanation. And they're waiting for Nekomamushi. Inarashi was saying earlier on in the chapter 2. And I'm going to assume Marco's going to come with Nekomamushi as well. And where Marco is, Weevil's probably going to be as well. So if we see Marco arriving with Nekomamushi, we're most likely going to see Weevil shortly after that. Or a confirmation that Weevil will be in Onigashima, which is something we expected, but I've always said where Marco goes, they go. So the party in Onigashima has already started. Because it says Onigashima, and then it goes to Orochi, and it says last night an incident occurred. And we have Orochi smiling as happy as ever. And which is something that I saw at the beginning of the chapter that just caught me so off guard. Like, why is he smiling? Why is he so festive? In a moment like this where he should probably just try to take out the strides. It looks like he did something. He did something that worked. Because if it didn't work, or at least it didn't appear to work, then he wouldn't be this happy. Now, I always say the same thing about plans in One Piece on either the hero's or the villain's side. A plan on the hero or villain's side is always due to fail. So one of three things happened here. Either Orochi's plan was a success, and now the Straw Hats and or the Alliance have to find some sort of way to make way over there. You know, regardless of somebody showing up to Wano or someone taking them on a boat there, or however it is that they're going to get there. If their means of transportation was taken out, then they have no way of getting there. Absolutely no way of getting there. So just by Orochi doing that and taking out their means of transportation, that was enough. However, let's just say that it wasn't that. And let's just say that Orochi had somebody who was a traitor within the organization that, let's just say, I don't know, something I would do if, like, put him to sleep. You know, give him, like, some sort of, like, on some, if you guys ever played nine persons, 9 doors, what was the last 9 hours? On stuff like that, like with the anesthetic going up in the smoke and just knocking a whole bunch of people out, utilizing something like that. I'm trying to think of a way that Orochi would be this 100% sure that he took them out, while also in the back of my mind saying, okay, hold on, Villains' plans and heroes' plans never go according to plan. Since we did not see the Straw Hats and what happened with their plan or the alliance, I'm going to assume that Orochi probably thinks that he did something wrong, and in the following chapter, we're probably going to see them actually show up. It's going to be one of two things. Either the alliance is going to make it there actually really late to Onigashima, or they're going to make it there on time, and Oda's using this entire thing in order to build up tension, making us believe that Orochi believes, or making us as readers believe the same thing Orochi believes, and that is that he actually managed to be successful in taking out the Alliance's means of getting to where it is that they needed to be to, which is to the Promised Port. But I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of like how I would do it as a storyteller at this point in time, and I'm drawing blanks, which is why I'm like, it's so incredible to me that Oda does this every week, because I don't know what I would do in the situation. I mean, I would definitely. They always say that it's always best when the hero shows up late, sure, right? Especially in an arc like this. Like, let's just say the Straw Hats show up on some Impel Down stuff, heading down into Marineford, where they fly down from the sky. In the middle of the Fire Festival going down, you have like this massive thing that just, because of the way the waters are, like, it just shifts them up into the air and like come flying down on top of you, or something similar to that, right? Like, they just come and literally crash the party. And that would definitely catch Orochi off guard. And it would be a great way for us to get back at Orochi for what he actually did. If the Straw Hats still managed to show up in the middle of the Fire Festival, literally crashing the party, the event that they're all looking forward to, and have the entire war just break out right there. But I'm not sure where Oda's going with. I'm not sure if he wants to introduce some of the other members that are going to be coming in soon. Like, let's just say, what about if Jinbei shows up? And Jinbei is the means of transportation. Or Jinbei brings something that's a means of transportation over in order to get to Onigashima. But with the way the waters are going right now, it feels like no one's gonna be able to get over there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how Oda is going about this, but I love it because he has created this side of thought to where now a plot thread that I didn't think I was gonna be thinking about is actually I'm actually thinking about it, and that is, how are the Alliance gonna make it to Onigashima? If they're not, I don't know. And because they have to go rescue, or they have to go get Kinemon first. They have to go get the rest of the Nine Scabbards first, or they could not get them, and the Nine Scabbards actually do get there on that boat, and or through the means of Nekomamushi and Marco. And then we have the rest of the Alliance come in way later on in their own means of transportation. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me look through this real quick again. I still can't believe the way this chapter started, man. This chapter started with an Oro Jackson flashback, bro. Yeah, right, Roger, dog. Amazing. This beginning portion was so goat. 25 years passed since that day. Wano Country Act 3. We moved to Hakumai Port Habu, and we have everybody extremely excited. And you see, look at what he says. The weather is splendid today, must be a good omen from the gods. And then on the other side, we have like the amazing weather happening for Orochi, very bad weather happening on the side of Kinemon. And I didn't pick up on this the first time. Kyoshiro will be looking after the capital in our absence, let everyone know. So Kyoshiro is going to stay behind in the capital with Hiyori. Keep that in mind, man. With their story and with their history together, Kyoshiro and Hiyori are going to be in the same place at the same time. Keep that in mind. Largest port in Wano. And we have, going back to the flower capital, everyone's so extremely excited. They're dancing. They're going up in like somewhere. Everybody's super hyped, super happy. The festival. I don't know, man. I don't know, because there's no clues. If I had clues, it'd be much better. But I don't have any clues. And we have this thing from Ashura Doji that states this port looks like it may have been attacked, which is obvious after seeing the way that it looks. But if it was attacked, then in what way was it attacked? And if there's an incident, could it be possible that they got captured? Let's just say that an incident took place to where Orochi actually managed to let Kaido know. And so Kaido sends like King or the numbers over there to just wreck shop on the port and make it completely unusable. Not only that, but maybe the Strats and the Alliance actually did make it there, and then they got pwned. I don't know. I don't know how Oda wants to tell this story, man. I didn't expect this. I really did not expect to come out of the beginning of Act 3 thinking how in the Flying Flagnards are we going to get the Alliance to Onigashima. What an emotional and powerful moment from Kenny Bone, dog. But there is a break next week, which means we will not have One Piece again until, I think it's the week of the 18th. So we'll wait for it then. But this is definitely a food for thought chapter that's going to keep us thinking of, like, holy Flagnards. What happened to the Strauss? What happens to the Alliance? And is, because we know how Oda loves his misdirection, is what we believe happened, is what he's leading us to believe the thing that actually happened? Or is Oda using his classic misdirection in order to keep us away from that? Or to keep us on that in order to keep us away from another possibility? Which I think he's keeping us away from the other possibility. Just the way that he worded everything, it makes me believe that the Strauss and the Alliance are still going to make it there on time. This feels like everything's going too right for Orochi. And I always say when things are going too right for either sides, it's never a good sign. But aside from that, man, yo, a super, super, super hype beginning for the chapter. We finally start Act 3, getting to see how the Fire Festival works whenever they're in Wano. Leaving somebody behind. You know, it appears that this is not the first time they left somebody behind, so like Kyoshido is being left behind here. And of course the celebration starts, and now we have this mystery of what really happens to the Alliance and on that incident that took place just yesterday. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing what more is going to happen here in Act 3. I did not expect this plot twist to happen at the beginning of the arc. I'm super excited to see where this takes us, because if we do not see the strides, I mean, the way that I would use it, of course, is to build up hype. Like, we just don't know what's going on. We follow it from Orochi and I mean, I'm going to assume next chapter we're probably going to see the incident and what took place. We're probably not going to see the conclusion of the incident, because the way I would do it is I would showcase everything through Orochi and Kaido's eyes, whatever, the Fire Festival, everybody's happy, everybody's going in, and then out of nowhere, you have the Alliance show up. I mean, hype as Flagnards. And then you have Luffy and or someone box or just get out of the ship and or however means, and the first thing they do is throw hands. It just one shot. I don't know if it's one of the numbers or one of the dudes, but just to show, yo, declaration of war. Let's get it, baby. Like, originally I wanted it to be a stealth plot. I really, really did, and it might still end up being the case. We might still get that stealth portion that I really wanted to do. I wanted to see Mr. Prince Sanji on his Solid Snake stuff, going around and sneaking his way around Onigashima, getting to Kaido's mansion, because they do have the blueprints for Kaido's mansion. So while everybody is in the Fire Festival, which I'm going to assume is going to be outside, they can sneak their way into Kaido's mansion, because if nobody's there, they could sneak in there and possibly get something that would be very important. But I'm not sure on the way that Oda wants to do this. But Act 3 has officially begun. So from here on out, man, whew. And we already saw how Act 2, or I'm sorry, the middle portion between Act 2 and Act 3 ended, which is with Oden. So it ended with Oden. We still don't know what happened with Vivi and Alabasta and Cobra. We still don't know what happened with Sabo. We didn't get to know the rest of the bounties. But by God, Wano Act 3 has started. And I'm ready, man. I cannot wait to see how Oda's going to take this. And I hope to definitely get some answers soon. If we don't get some answers soon, then I'm going to believe in Oda that whenever the time does come for these answers and the payoff hits off, it's going to hit. It's going to hit hard. Just the way he does things. But anyways, man, I hope everybody has an awesome day. Take care. Can't believe we started the chapter off with a prime Oro Jackson Roger sighting, dude. With the rest of the crew. That was awesome. That was a pleasant surprise. Being able to see Oden as well. And just the way that he was on that ship, and you could really tell just what kind of man he was, man, and that was absolutely beautiful, dog. I hope to see everybody as soon as possible, man. I hope everybody has a wonderful day and weekend, and I'll see y'all next time. Shout out to Goldie, Roger, One Piece greatness. I'll see you all in the comment section.